Alright boys, let's get ready for a great practice in the morning. I want to try this for the Islanders and film it and practice and see how it goes. So this is kind of a bit more aggressive way to be up the ice, and I'll show you how it goes here, okay? So this happens a lot in the game where the D is behind the net waiting. Like there's a line change, it happens all the time, right? What we're going to do with our first floor checker right now is we're going to put him on top of the crease. Okay, right there. So ultimately this is your guy. And so what's going to happen here is it forces him to make a play up the ice, right? Because, you know, if he starts skating out, we're just going to attack him. Alright, so what teams will generally do is they'll swing a D, maybe here in the corner, his partner. And then sometimes they go behind the net this way, or they just swing in the corner here, right? And that's a forward. Okay, but here's where it kind of gets a little interesting here is we're down here a little bit like this, F2 and F3 at the top of the circles. So that's the three of us. And what I want this player to always remember is he's got the guy on the other side of the ice because it's easier to surf this way. So as this D starts to swing over here like this, you can start to come in here like this. And then same thing, when this centerman or whoever comes down here like this, or through the corner here like this, we're going to start to come like this. Alright, so we're basically saying, D, you got a forechecker right in front of you. You guys swinging, we got good angle. There hasn't been a pass made. If there's a pass made, right, we got good surfing. We got good surfing. You know, so if he picks up the puck behind the net, he'd probably want to try to cut back in front of you, so just be careful. Just take it so we can kind of chase him. Right? So we all got our guys. That's a guy, and that's a guy. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, where it gets a little tricky now is they have two more forwards. So if a forward decides to come down here, across like this, or any type of pattern at all, one of the D-men on my team have to go, that's my guy. We pointed at him. Boom. You can just mirror him. Okay? And then you got a stretch guy or whatever. The other D says, I got this guy. So we basically have identified early up the ice, we all have our guy. Right? We got point, point, point. So it gets more clear as we're coming up the ice who our guys are, how we're going to defend that. Alright? So it's kind of like a little bit of a man-to-man up the ice. I'd like to see how that goes. And if we can perfect this, this is going to be one of the styles we're going to use. We're not going to use this all the time. But this will be one of the styles at Islanders. I'm going to call this one Islanders 2, okay? The first one is kind of backing out and trying to get pucks back in this area. But this one's a little bit more aggressive. I like to start practicing. Okay. On the Blues, the only difference is we had our guys here lined up this way. And then on the whistle, they turn around and go find their guy. The only thing I want to do now is line up this way. I think it'll be a little tougher. Because what's happened, I noticed this winger, he just goes here, that guy just goes there, and then the other three guys find their low guys. So this is going to be trickier, lining up like that, to sort out who your D-zone responsibilities are. Because this could be a forward, this could be a forward, a D, and a forward. It could be any combination here. It doesn't matter how they line up. But we're facing, obviously, this way with our eyes, and on the whistle we go. So that's just the change there for the Blues, okay? Let's try that. And then, for the Lightning, 2-on-1 drill. I just want 2D to pop out. Everyone will be kind of on the boards here. And then two forwards are kind of skating out here with one with a puck. And we'll just give it to the D. Like the D to skate backwards a little bit. And then they can get some speed going. Okay? And then this D had moved up and skate backwards. And then we regroup to him. Right? Keep some speed going. And then 2-on-1. So it's just a double regroup in the neutral zone, but it allows us to keep some speed going. Let's get some outside attacks, pass across one-timers, right? Let's get good passing, right? Touch the puck, and keep our feet really moving on this Lightning. We're going to call this one Lightning 2. It's a 2-on-1 drill. 2D. Two forwards just jump out. So the next two, as soon as they started down on their 2-on-1, a D will jump in, replace that guy. Two new guys will go this way. Boom, 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 and then that way. Right? Okay? So that's the quick changes to the those 3 drills for tomorrow morning, and then we got some other drills that you guys have already done. So we need a good practice this week. Get ready for our games, okay? All right, perfect.